Hello everyone, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important topic related to ControlValueAccessor, where we will see how to use registerOnChange and registerOnTouched. So by the end of this session, you will be able to understand these two concepts, registerOnChange method and registerOnTouched method. But before we proceed further with this, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use registerOnChange and registerOnTouched method. And for the detailed content, you can also refer the Texture Myth digital course book. There you will find more than 3,500 plus free resources, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can consume the content, and if there is any queries on the content, you can simply ask the question in the comment section. Okay. Alright, so now let's focus on the today's topic. And today's topic, like you can see, I have firstly mentioned two headings. One is for Angular course by Texture Myth, and another heading is for forms in Angular, ControlValueAccessor, understanding registerOnChange and registerOnTouched in Angular. After that, what I did, I just mentioned one heading, my custom input, and later this line number 14 is connecting us, like it is helping us to connect the child component, and while connecting it with the child component comp1, we are also passing one control to it. So our overall requirement is that we want to create one control in app.component.ts file, and from there we want to pass value to the this app.component.html. Okay, so now not app.component.html, from here we want to pass this value to comp.component.html. okay, that means child component. And then we are using this line number 18 to print the values, so that live we can see the live changes whenever anything is changed in our application in HTML. Now we know that we are passing one control from here, but have we do we need to declare it? Yes, firstly you need to declare this control, and then you can pass it to the child component. In case if you don't know how to create child component, the command is very simple. You just need to write like this: ng for Angular g generate c component, and then the name of the component, that is components ng Angular g generate c component components, that is folder name, and then comp1. So what it will do, it will simply create this child component comp1 inside this components folder. Okay, now let's see how we have created this form control. So for that, we will go to app.component.html ts file. Here you can see, firstly I have imported my comp1 component, because this is something that I'm using inside this. Then I mentioned here reactive form module, and then I created this form controller for name, and inside this name I have set my default value as Amit. Okay, so this is how you will do it. Now after this, what we are doing, like we are going to pass this value. So as a parameter I just passed it here, but in child component or in child component file, there should be some logic that will help us to receive this value in child component, and also it will help us to track the changes. So for that, we will go to app component.ts file. Here you can see these are some mandatory things that you need to mention, and remember I have also put over the comments wherever it is required. So you can see register this component as a form control. Without this, Angular will never talk to this component. So these three lines are very important, because firstly it is telling Angular that yes, we are going to receive some control in this component, and we are referring to the comp1 component. multi-true means we can use it for multiple time. Okay, and now once this thing is ready in comp1 component, what we are doing, we have declared this value, and currently it is holding the default value, that is blank or whatever is inside a box. Then we are using this onChange. So you can see this will hold Angular's function. We will call it once the user types, and right now it is empty, so Angular will fill it via the registerOnChange method. So how this will fill? By registerOnChange method. Okay, similarly we have second method, that is for write value. So Angular calls this and passes the value from the FormControl. Okay, so Angular will call this method and pass the value from the FormControl. So you can see here we are passing the value Amit from my child component to this, from my parent component to this child component. So it will accept it and use it. Then from registerOnChange, you can see in step 3rd, Angular calls this once and gave us its own function. So we save that function in onChange, and later user types, we will call this saved function. So whenever user types something, we will call this function and save it inside onChange. Similarly for onTouched, we have specified this onTouch parenthesis, this is nothing but a method, and then registerOnTouched, we have mentioned function key, that is any void this dot onTouch function, and later we have this user type something like this is very important, onInput event. So what we are doing inside this event method, like we have mentioned const input event dot target as HTML input, this dot onChange input dot value tells Angular user type this value, this dot onTouch tells Angular user touch this value or this field. So overall whenever user types something, we call onChange, so Angular knows that the value is new, and onTouched, like when we call onTouch, so Angular knows that the field is touched. So this is the simplest thing that we are doing here by calling onChange and onTouched method. Okay, so I think this part is clear, because this is the main thing that we want to explore here in this session. And after this, like you can simply go to comp1.component.html file where I have mentioned this comp1 works, and here you can see I have mentioned the input value as onInput. Okay, so I hope this entire session is clear to all of you, and we will just now verify this thing and then we will conclude it. So let me run ng serve --- open, enter. Just wait for a few seconds and then it will show you the output in the browser screen. So you can see first main heading shows Angular course by TextureMate, then forms in Angular, ControlValueAccessor, understanding, registerOnChange and registerOnTouched in Angular. Then we have one horizontal row, my custom input, comp1 works. So it shows that these two things are coming from the child component, and currently it is holding the value as Amit, which is passed from the parent component, and it is also showing the live value from app component.html. But the thing is that now if I change the value, let's say instead of Amit, if I write Sharmit, it will accordingly update the value. So you can see live value is changed automatically. That means it is changing, it is tracking the change, and according to the changed value it is showing the output here. So this is the overall purpose or agenda for this session. Like we wanted to figure out like whether it is working fine with the changes or not. So you can see it is clearly working perfectly whenever you want to change it. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today's session, and I hope it is clear to all of you. And in the next session, like we will discuss few more things. Meanwhile, you can practice these concepts whatever we have learned so far, and then you can simply ping me in comments, like if there is any questions or anything you particularly want me to ask. So you can simply reach out to me through the comment section. So I would be more than happy to answer all your questions there. Okay, So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmat.